Hey guys, Dion Taylor here. In this video, I will discuss yet another feature that's part of 2023 Release Wave 1, which is trades for field service. I'll tell you all about it right after this. As you probably already suspected, trades are the types of services that your organization provides to their customers. So trades are going to allow you to group multiple service under one category. Now, some examples could be plumbing, electrical services, right? HVAC services, roofing, etc. By using trades in Dynamics 365 Field Service, we can then associate trades with incident types, accounts, and/or functional locations to track which trades your organization provides for those customers. This way, you're not going to have accidentally provide electrical services while you're only hired to perform HVAC work, right? So that's kind of how that works. Now, the solution actually has two major components to it. The first one is a trades table. The second one is the trades coverages table. Now, I already talked a little bit about what that trades table represent, right? So now let's talk about the trade coverage table. So the purpose of this table is to track which trades are covered at the various customer sites, right? So in Dynamics 365 Field Service, this table is actually a manual many-to-many, which ties accounts or functional locations and the trades together. This is going to allow us to see which trades are covered from that accounts and or functional location perspective. And it's also going to help you ensure that the right type of service is provided at those locations. So, for example, if your organization only provides HVAC services to a specific customer, you probably don't want to create work orders for plumbing services, right, for this customer. All right, so now let's take a look inside of Dynamics 365 Field Service. So before you can start using this, you will have to enable this. So you're going to go here to Settings, and then you're going to go to the Field Service Settings, and here you can see trades that you can turn on and also your trade coverages, which I just explained what those are. So once you've turned that on, you can see now that trades and trade coverages are now visible here on the sitemap. So the first thing you'll do is you'll add some trades here, right? So you can see here I have electrical, HVAC, plumbing. I can also add a new one here. Let's say roofing. And that's really it. That's how easily we can add trades to the application. Now, the next thing that we can do then, like I said earlier, right, we can then go to our incident types. So I'm going to go to my incident type. And here I'm going to say, I'm going to assign a trade to each one of those incident types. So let's say that the camera down and the alarm system maintenance, both of those are going to be my electrical trades. You can see here, I actually added this to my general tab here, my incident types. So you can also add it yourself. I'm going to say this is electrical, right? So this is allowing me to update multiple incident types at the same time, but obviously you can also do it one by one. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. So again, let me just open this up here. I kind of told you, right? I added this trade here on my general tab, but you'll notice there's going to be a details tab, which I don't have here. I kind of hid that away, and that's where it will show up out of the box. So once you've done that, now it's time to set up those coverages, right? So you can go ahead, you can go back here to your service area, and I'm going to show you an account that I've already set this up for. So I'm going to go here to Active Transport. And you can see here we have a tab here that now also shows up that shows trade coverages. So this is showing you, right, the coverage or the exclusion that I have at this particular account. So we can see here the electrical is an exclusion, so that's not covered. And then we have plumbing, which is covered. Now, if I open this up, you'll see the same fields that you see in this view, right? We have a coverage type, which is we're either covered or we're not, we're excluded. Then you have the trade, and then you have the account. And then below that, you can also choose a functional location, right? So you can do that as well. So again, keep in mind, you're then restricting it to that functional location. And I think the way it works is that if you have multiple functional locations, I'm actually going to navigate to another one of my accounts here that actually have those multiple functional locations. Oops, I'm going to go here to assets and locations. I think it actually looks at the hierarchy. So here I have my building 5123 and then the conference room below that. So I think it honors that, right? So if this building, this one is covered, which is the parent of this one, I believe that the child records, the child locations are also covered. So keep that in mind. So obviously we can go here to trade coverages and we can create a new trade coverage from here, right? We just click on that and then we're going to select the trade, right? We can pick any of those and we can pick a functional location. But you can also click here on trade coverages, which will show you all of those trade coverages for the entire application, right? For everything that we have in here, which is going to allow you to kind of review that directly from here. Now let's talk a little bit about that validation logic, right? So once you have configured all of this, the system is actually running a check when a new work order is created. And during this check, it's going to look for that coverage, right, that I just talked about. So it's going to check the service account and or the functional location on the work order to see if they are covered. Now, if there are no trade coverages for a particular account and or functional location, then the system is going to think that it's all good, it's all okay. So if you want to exclude something like I did here for active transport, then you need to create that exclusion trade coverage. Now, the other thing that's kind of interesting here is that you will actually see a notification when you're trying to create a work order that's under a trade that's not covered, right? So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. I actually, let me go back here to trade coverages. It shows here, right, that electrical is an exclusion, so we're not covered for that. So I'm going to go here to work orders, and I'm going to create a new work order. And let's just do that alarm system maintenance that you saw earlier. And then I'm going to say active transport. And I haven't saved this yet, but this is now where you can actually see that it gives me that notification saying, oh, active transport is not covered for this particular trade. I can still save it. So this is just a warning. This is not preventing me to do this. But what I really wanted you to see here is that this is only showing in the main form. So if I'm trying to create the same work order here, let's just go to another work order. I'm going to again say active transport. And again, I'm going to say alarm system maintenance. We don't see that notification. So I'm not too happy about that, right? Because isn't that how we create records a lot, by using those quick create forms? So that's probably something that Microsoft could look at, right? To make sure that not just when we're using the main forms to create these work orders, but also when we are creating these work orders by using those quick create forms, we want to see those notifications. Now, the other thing is that once I save this, it's still going to show that notification. And you're going to see that in a second. And here you can see I have 2 notifications, select them to view. But if I now go back, let's say I'm going to go to bookings, I'm going to go back to work orders. I'm going to open that work order. And my notification now is gone. So probably some things that could be approved upon a little bit, right? Because if I still save it, then there's no notifications after the fact. And also, again, being able to save that, is that really what we want, or do we want the system to kind of prevent us from saving that? So keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss another video again. Thanks for watching.